Sales Business Development for Odisha, and I have my colleague who is going to be presenter for today's webinar. He is Nirav, and he is leading our pre-sales team, and he's taking care of the entire pre-sales effort for our products, understanding the requirements of the customers and everything. So, uh, first of all, I would like to thank you for participating to this webinar. This is one more webinar we came up with last year during the pandemic situation. We did a couple of webinars and we see a very good response from all the participants. We got kind of a good feedback. We also learned what we can improve in terms of the webinar content and everything. So this time we thought of bringing this specifically addressing the e-commerce industry need, right? Where how the customer experience can be improved with the omni-channel experience, right? Particular as an aspect, especially when the situation around the pandemic is such where e-commerce industries are growing. I think we'll go with the webinar and we'll also learn about the facts and figures of how the industry growth has been during last couple of months. So, to begin with the webinar, I will first start with the introduction of the Hodusoft. Uh, as Hodusoft, we started in 2015. It's been 6 years, a great journey which we had as a team. We have grown almost like around 85% during last pandemic situation last year. We have seen a very good response from the market about our products, specifically the products which we are going to talk today, covering that into our webinar, which is Hodusichi, which is our omni-channel contact center platform. We have a couple of other products. We have one more product which is called Hodu PPX, which is an IPPX software. We have Hodu Blast, which is SMS and voice broadcasting software, and we have Hodu Conf, which is an audio conferencing platform, right? But specifically for the webinar of today and the aspects which is related to the omni-channel experience, we are also going to cover up a bit about the Hodu CC, right? How that product actually is addressing those kind of needs of the industry. If we talk about our presence, like we have customers in 34 countries today in the 6 years of journey. We have 200 plus customers. Today we have globally. We have 51 partners which are actually helping us increasing our sales and support in the local markets of various countries. So we have partners who are actually helping us growing our business in their country and their region, right? Uh, if I cover up the webinar topics for today, then we'll start with the introduction about the topic which Neera will take care of. Then we'll also cover up why this particular aspect is important in terms of the channel experience for specifically for the e-commerce industry, right? We'll talk about some problem statements or the problem areas within the industry, and then we'll talk about the statistics with the effects and figures to understand those problems in a very minute way, right? We'll talk about then how OCC omnichannel contact center software is actually addressing that need of the customer engagement, right? Then we'll cover up the solutioning part with some statistics and use cases and all that. And then we'll conclude the webinar. After that, we'll open up the whole webinar session for question and answer, where I would request everybody to write down their question in the chat window of the Google chat. On this webinar itself, you can write down in the chat for your questions, and we'll try to answer those questions one by one. Right. So we can start the webinar right now. I will hand over the session to Nirav. Nirav, please take it ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me. So let's start why e-commerce is required to have a social media contact center software. What are the different statistics that is helping the social media? As we all know that it's a growing market that everybody is on social media player. Okay, so let's talk about some statistics. So if we can check about like a 1 minute statistics. So in 1 minute, as per the stats, like 4 million people on Facebook, they are liking some content. On Instagram, there are 1.5 million people, they are commenting, they are posting something. Similar way, there are 350 million people, they are tweeting about something. So all these are available. Okay. And if we talk about the next generation or the future, so if we say like by year of 2023, most of the telecom operators are going to offer the faster and stable 5G network. And if we say about particular use cases, so most of the airports, most of the flights, they are going to have the Wi-Fi is available. So how this is going to affect our industry. So in that case, the customer is always on with the internet. They have the access to the internet. They are going to open up the social media. They're going to try to buy something. They're going to take the support something. Okay, so all these factors will come into the place. And if we say talk about the buying pattern, so like due to this whole pandemic, so there's a huge growth into the buying pattern. So like all the e-commerce industry, what has to happen in 10 years that happened within the 10 years or 3 months. So this is a huge step and huge amount of people shifting towards the omni channel. They are buying the online presence. So all this will be affect their companies, organizations, and the companies that has already implemented the omnichannel features. So for that, it will be the revenue. So like if you can have the double revenue, you can have the different kind of expectation, like 57% of improvement you can see in your customer experiences. Your agent's efficiency will be improved by 37%. And so these are all like if you implement these are benefits or why you have to improve it. So this gives you some of the ideas. Now, if we talk about the challenges which faced by the e-commerce companies, so for that, there is high volume of customers inquiries. So there are n number of customers are there. They are throwing out the queries. They are sending email. They are doing the calling, chat, SMS. So this kind of customer queries will be there. Request will be there. That is in a large customer base. Then you and the other main impact is you have to provide better and greater customer expectation. You have to meet them. Otherwise, they will lose out from your bucket. And the last point, like you need to have efficient customer service. If they are sending you some kind of questionnaires, they're asking for some help. So if you don't help out, then you are lacking and you are not providing efficient customer support. Quick response are the key element into the support side. So like if we check about the other statistics like how the poor customer service will lose your customer. So based on the statistics, like 1/3 of your consumers say that they consider switching the company, they just face one bad incident with your customer experiences. And on the other hand, like in normal case scenario, a normal man will tell almost 21 people if they have a bad experience with your organization. And if we talk in detail, so like most of the people, say for example, 72% of the consumers, they don't like to repeat themselves, so they don't want to repeat the same problem to multiple agents. If you don't have omnichannel, then this will be the issue because you don't have any information stored, you don't have a streamlined information for the customer. So the customer has to repeat themselves multiple times. The 39% of the consumers, like they want to avoid your company for 2 years if they have a bad customer service experience in their tenure. And if we talk about how the customers are communicating in this current day, so like how they like, it's 40% of the customers they like to talk or call for more crucial interactions, like there is some payment issues, there is some kind of order issues. So they like to have a call for that and resolve that over the call itself. And if we talk about the other cases, like 23% consumers, they seek face-to-face interactions, like the video call kind of a environment where like they want to troubleshoot and handle issues. Like they have ordered some technical things and they want to troubleshoot it. So they can do a live video chat and then your agents or the representative can resolve the issue by doing that. And otherwise you can dispatch your particular person on site and they can resolve the issue for your customer. More statistics in terms of like how the social media is coming into picture. So 31% of customers they reported like they reach out via Twitter, and 33% consumers they want to contact via Facebook or similar channels of the social media. The 66% they have at least used three different kind of channels. Okay, so for the communication, so to contact their customer executives. And during this current phase, like 43% of millennials use their own mobile device to contact the customer care executives or to fetch out, to seek out the help from the consumer. Okay, and the response time, so this is the key factor in current industry. So if you are lacking in particular response, so you are going to lose the faith on your customer side. So as per the studies, like 64% consumers expect a real-time response from the company, right? And 72% of the customers expect a response of their complaint on social media. So like for the social media, if they're coming, they need a response within 1 hour. Otherwise, they will lose up the patience. They question your customer services, and 90% of the consumers they had poor experience while they're using the support over the mobile. So these are the different statistics that one has to consider to build up your e-commerce or your omnichannel strategies. And if we talk about the annoying factors, so for annoying factors, the topmost is like they cannot get a agent or executive on the phone. So there is a huge line, so the long wait is also to that particular one. And if you have made complex idea or complex matters, they have to type or they have to press multiple ATMs to reach to a particular destination. That also annoys them. So you have to make it as simple as possible for your customers. And if we say about like 2/3 of the customers, they say like they're willing to change the card. If you treat them as just a number, so you have to keep the human touch as well. So that will make them more personalized messages. They feel that they are wanted for your brand. So all these factors you have to keep in mind. And how do omnichannel will benefit if you have this e-commerce ones? So let's have a basics clear. So first thing is like multi-channel communication. How this will affect. So the first one is single channel where you are in contact with your customer and your customer can contact you with the one single particular channel. Then you introduce to have multi-channels. So multi-channels are there like your presence is on the store, you have the website, you have the SMS or chat support, but that is not coordinated or that is not unified with the customer experience. And coming further, it's a cross channel. So you are present in all channels, but the unification is still somehow missing. So you are not providing the complete user experience to your client. So to provide that, there is a omni channel. So in omni channel, your customer will be center part of every interactions. You have complete 360-degree view of how your customers are connecting, what are the issues, what are the details your customers are going through. So each and every aspect will be around the circle of particular your customers. And most of the parts like the self services, so most of the customers they feel that you don't require a particular agent to answer the queries. You just provide them a couple of self service menus and they can find out their details that they are seeking up. So 60% of consumers they prefer automated self service to get a simple task done. So like I want to know my order status, I want to contact a particular person or leave a voicemail for my delivery agent. So all these cases, you can have this kind of self-service configuration. And 77% has reported they have used the self-service portal in past, so that you can so the people are inclined towards the self-service, so they can manage their tasks, they can save their time efficiently. So that will help a lot. And as we discussed earlier, so that the response time is the key feature. So as per the studies, like expectancy for the email inquiry. So like 25% of all age group they expect that the company should reply back within 1 hour. Then 50% of the people they say they expect a reply within 24 hours. And the particular age group of 35 to 44, around 21.7%, they require immediate response. As soon as they drop an email regarding some issues, they have some query. So as a company that can be fetched by the agent, the agent has to reply back to that as soon as possible. Okay. And let's talk about Google CC. So how all these factors that we talked about, what are the problems that we talked about, how that can be overcome with the help of Google CC. So in this one, if we talk about the strength, so OCC has 1,000 plus concurrent calls in a single server support. We have 50 plus agent in a single server. It's highly secure, like we have IP tables, we have rate prevent mechanisms to secure the attacks and secure the data. We have easily deployable. So basically it's a software so which can be installed on top of the cloud or if you want to deploy on the on premises. So and we also have our attractive UX which you can see into the later on stage. And with this highly customizable product, we have the APIs available if you want to do the configurations, you want to manage certain things via API. So it's easily available and you can customize as per the requirement. Then if we talk about the omni channel, the core concept, so here you have multiple entities and points available. So if we say social media, so for social media, UruCC is supporting the Facebook, we are having the Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Telegram. You can also have SMS, email, the chat widget is available, so your customers can send you a chat request. Then you have the audio call options from the web RTC. You can have one-to-one video call through the chat. So all these widget options will be available, and obviously the most common one is audio calling. So audio calling will be there, and if you talk about the dialers or how you want to run the job, you want to reach out to your customers, you have a couple of leads, you want to run the promotions, you want to dial out based on the requirement. So there are six different types of dialers available in the Guru CC. So auto dialer is that predictive dialer, progressive one, promotions if you want to run, you want to have the field dialer or the manual if your agents can dial out. So all these dialers are supported. Apart from them, we during this pandemic, most of the people are working from home, so you also have the work from home feature available. So you have your remote agents, your agents can access the web portal, so it's a browser based. So if they have the internet connectivity, they can just enter the URL and they can access their portals to make and receive calls. If they are not having so much good connection of the internet, so they can also forward the calls to the mobile. They can make the calls using mobile phones, and we can have a complete call recording of the call. It is highly secure. Okay, and features, if we talk, so UruCC comes with inbuilt mini CRM system, so you can manage your own customer base. You can customize the fields as per the requirement. Along with customer management, you also get ticketing management, so you can log a case for the customers if they are sending out, like they are having the email issues, they are having the SMS or chat. So all can be logged with the help of ticketing system. And you have the automated call distribution. So if, for example, you want to distribute the calls agent who are free at the time, so you can route the calls according to based on the intelligent routing strategies. You can assign the skills and you can route the call according to the skill-based mapping. Your supervisors will also have the more advanced options, like they can have the margin, they can have the call coaching and whisper. And if you say about the web RTCs, as I said, they can log into their web portal. They don't require any additional hardware. So they can just log into the portal, they can use that headset and they can receive calls straight away from their portal. So everything will be managed into the single screen. And they have multi-level IPR, multilingual IPR with different options of taking the configurations you can manage. So if you want to have additional layer of security or you want to have the authentication when the customer dials to the idea, say for example they want to check the order status, so they can that order number you can store into the CRM and you can ask your customer to enter the order details, and once it is fetched by the system, then system will authenticate that. If it's matching, then we can decide for the routing of that call, how do you want to route. If it's failing that case, it's not matching the things the entry that it has to, you can also route the calls accordingly. And so both the cases will be that. And we also support the text to speech. So like if you want to play the order status details like the order delivery date or time or the agent, so the text to speech is supported in that. The multi-level disposition, so like if you provide multiple products categories, so you can configure various levels of categories into that, and your agents can select the particular category and you have complete detailed reporting also available. So there are 50 plus reports available. You can have a good amount of dashboards as well for the monitoring purpose for the live statistics. And as we say, like we have the APIs and we are open for integrations as well. Some of the other features are there. So like when you are providing the services, you need to know how your customers are feeling about your product, so you can take the feedback. So there are two types of feedback mechanism available. So the first one is the idea service, where you can just record your prompt and that can be played to the customer. So based on the customer response, you can have the report. And the other one is manual agent service, where you can ask for a couple of questions that you have predefined. Similarly, if you want to manage the quality of your call center's agent, so you can also generate a form for that. You have the quality analysis module for that. Have SMS forecasting, so like if you want to run some kind of promotion, so you can broadcast the SMS accordingly. And we also provide the CRM integration. So there is a Zoho phone-based integration available. We have Salesforce and Zendesk web phone integration. So if you're using Salesforce and Zendesk, your agent doesn't have to log into separate system. You can have the calling facilities straight from the Salesforce and Zendesk. About the deployment, this is the sample architecture. So there is a HuluCC platform deployment, and it can be decided into your network. As I discussed earlier, it can be deployed on premises over the cloud. So you can have connectivity with the internet. All the Hulusoft products line are supported with the SIG protocol. So you can connect your SIG drums if it's a GSM, ESTM 901 so you can configure a relative gateway to connect with the Hulusoft product line. So agents can connect to the internet, they can register their extensions over the IP phone to make and receive calls. You can have the live monitoring portal as well. If we talk about we support multi-tenancy as well. So there, if you are a service provider, you want to resell the product, so you can also offer the multi-tenancy. So again, you can deploy as per the requirement, and you can provide the services to the different tenants as per the requirement of the details. Like some of the they just require for the calling purpose, some of them just require the email. They can have the social media. So based on the different requirement, you can configure the services and you can provide the services to your customer. And if we say about generic use case scenario, so it can be deployed, you can have third-party integration on the one end, like agents can register themselves from IP phone in their web portals or for working from home, like receiving the calls on the mobile phone. On the receiving end, the customer can send, you can connect them to your site, to your e-commerce business via mobile landline. They can make a call, they can have the social media interactions, SMS, chat, email, video. So all these options are available that can be routed to particular agent or UCC. And if we talk about e-commerce specific industry scenario, so we have various customers, various queries will be there, like inquiry, the complaint, the order details they want to find out, or they are sending out via call or via social media platforms. So they can learn for the different tools are available, like promotion offers, the reform related issues. So the different agents will be sitting, different management will be there. So they can take up the details and then they can assist the client in better way. So these are some of the snippets that is available from the system for the reference. So this is the agent panel how it's look like. So agent will have the complete information available onto their dashboard. Then this is how the web RTC and the CRM panel will look like. They can manage the calls, they can route the call to various endpoints. They can have like a previous web RTC. So by being on a call, they want to log a company for the customer, so they can also easily do it. Various social media interactions like the WhatsApp messaging. So once that is received, that can be assigned to the agent, and agent can reply back to the conversation. They can exchange the images, the files as well. Okay, then similarly, that we have the Facebook page, so that page can be also managed by the single instance. So the agents can see those comments and they can reply directly from the single screen. They don't have to switch back and forth. Everything will be managed from one single point. As an agent, they can also see which comment has been modified, which comment has been deleted, so they can know how your customers are proposing. And you can also have similar way Instagram. So you have your Instagram page, they are posting, they're commenting something on your post. So those can be flashed and those can be replied by the PCC agent. Either way, Twitter direct messages can be entertained by your agent. And SMS will be there, so you can respond to that, your inbound queries. So everything ticketing will be, the ticket IDs will be generated automatically for all the inbound emails so that you can log them properly. A similar way, we're also providing the with chat options. So as I said, like we have video call, audio call, or the chat options. And during the chat options, they also have the option to attach a file. Like they want to troubleshoot something, so they can click a picture and they can send it to the particular agent, and agent can see the picture and they can respond back what needs to be done to correct the issue. Similar way, like this is the chat panel view for the agent. The internal chats are also available, so if they are on a call, if they are finding some issues, difficulties to answer the particular customer on any of the channels, so they can have a quick internal chat and they can respond to the client immediately. You can also compose a WhatsApp message to the client if you want to update something manually one to one, so they can do it from here. Similarly, they can also send out an SMS from their portal, have the email facilities available. And they have the original dashboard as well. So like in order to manage all the details, like how the email is working, how the chat, SMS, social media campaigns are working, how many agents are there, which queues are assigned, how many requests are there into the system, how much is resolved, how much is pending. So all these different statistics they can see it over here easily. Now let's take a look about one short video for the use case that we have prepared. For that. If you say more statistics like how this will be the game changer for you and your company. So as per the statistics, like 89% of the companies who have the strongest omnichannel presence, so they can retain their customers. On the other side, like 33% of the companies who has weak omnichannel, they cannot retain that. Okay. And other statistics like 42% of the people who are owning the smartphones are the age group of 18 to 29. They are mostly use WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. And over the 97% of the SMS that will be opened by every respondent. And if we say like when you're using the single channel versus several channels or the channel kind of thing, so the marketers are using multiple channels into that. So they are 90% of higher customer retention of what the single channel use. So here you can say as a comparison. So the 34.8% who are using a single channel, on the other hand, the 66.12% who are having one or more multiple channels already. And to going into the deep of the statistics, like omnichannel campaigns that are like 18% of the customer engagement, while when they're using a single channel campaign, they only receive 5.4% of engagement. And the campaigns that are using three or more channels or multiple channels, you can say, so they had a 2 to 50% higher purchase rate statistics. And on the last statistics about that is like 86% of customers they're willing to pay a more amount, like 25% more, if you are providing them better customer experience than your competitors. So these are the different statistics that we can look for, so that will have a more clear picture why we need a channel details configuration. Okay, and if we check say about the Facebook and Twitter, so 81% of the Twitter user expect the response within the same day. Some of the user, like 30% of the Twitter user, expect that you respond them within 30 minutes. As the Twitter is very quick way, and 74% people will think that this Twitter will be the major channel for communication in coming days. And if say for the same statistics for the Facebook, so for Facebook, 29% people expect the response within 2 hours, and 22% people expect the response from their customer care executive within 24 hours. Okay. And how the customer expectation has been changed for the personalized experience. So you can see the huge graph, like in 2013 it was only 4%, but now in 2020 8% required to have their personalized experience from your side. And the strategies like that is to change to your customer accordingly. So you have to develop a customer-centric culture, and you have to simplify your product and processes. As we discussed, like in earlier stage, you need to have a simplistic idea so that your customer can easily route across your companies. Best channel that is used for decrease in their annual revenue and 7.5% decrease in their cost per customer contact. Okay. And if we say about Aberdeen's report, so the customer satisfaction is 23% higher, 23 times higher for the companies who have omnichannel strategies, like who companies are already implementing different methods, like they're sending out email at the same time they're reaching out to the Instagram. Okay, so all these can be combined, they can have the omnichannel strategies so that they can have 23 times higher satisfaction from the customer. So that is all from the webinar part. So let's talk about the conclusion. So what we have seen so far in the webinar, so based on that, you can see the omnichannel will be a non-negotiable kind of expectation from the customer very soon. Okay, the more channels you require, so if you have more channels, you will lead to the more customer interaction, and that will have your more sale or more revenue you can consider. If you are not reaching out to your customers, like the customers has to be multiple channels. So if you're not using the same channel, you're going to lose out that particular customer. So you have to be adopting this new technology. You have to be present onto that particular channel as well to entertain the customer. And social media can be the great service too. So that you can achieve a better and higher customer satisfaction rates using running the campaigns over them, then providing certain that is required from their side. You can focus on customers' complaints, the feedbacks they are providing, and then you can learn from that. You can have an emotional bond with them that will help your business to grow. Then it will eventually give you a brand loyalty from your customer. And people will always appreciate, like if you are saving their time, you're saving their energy. And so by using this omni channel, you are providing those convenience to your customer because they come in, they start the conversation on Facebook, they can have another conversation going on over the email. So they don't have to remember like from where they have done, but if you're having the complete 360 view of your customer, so you can assist them better, you can save their time, you can provide them better value for money. And the last most important point is the human interactions. They hate to answer a vote or something. At some point, they will require human interaction. So you can be, that is the most important aspect of overall. Okay, so thank you so much for this webinar part. So we are open for the question and answers, please.
Thank you, Nirav. I think I request all the participants out here to write down their questions in the chat box out here. So we will answer one by one.